Hello, Vahik. This is your partner, Michael. I want to say was thank you for choosing me as your partner. Um, Last night was I was a little bit out of it. I was tired, and my mind was floating in and out some responsibilities I had. Um, but overall, I definitely got the gist of what he was saying and some of the things that you were concerned with. Now, one of your biggest issues was fitness, and that's something you really want to work on. Well, it so happened that I'm an expert in fitness. I would call myself a fitness trainer, but that's not the profession I chose to be in. But that's my livelihood, that's my lifestyle. I'm all around fitness, wellness, people who just take their body to the next level. So, in applying some of the things that he was talking about last night, as far as playing versus working, uh, we want to start looking at your workout, your exercise, as playful instead of working. Based upon, I mean, I understand your conflict about taking away from your work, spending time on exercise, and how it takes away from work, and I'm sure you have a heavy load like we all do. Um, but one thing that I can say about fitness and the way you should look at it is look at more as a meditative session instead of a physical fitness. Look at it as an opportunity to kind of clear your mind and to sweat out some toxins and to relax your glands and bring some water with you and just enjoy it from that point of view. I guarantee it'll be more of a playful experience. So I would say that I've been in fitness my entire life. Uh, when I was a kid, I was high energy. I was always playing till I got into baseball, and I started perfecting my skill set. So finally, when I went to college and ran track, and it was then that I just saw how pushing the body to the limit and getting the second wind, how great that felt, and I became addicted. And ever since then, I've been working out my entire life. Now, I've had bad years just like anybody else. And there was a time when I was 25 to 30 pounds heavier than I was last night. And it was probably the worst conditioning I have been in my entire life. And it took a lot for me to get back to let alone here, but just get back to any physical condition. I had a really rough 6 weeks, and I promised myself I would never allow myself to get that far out of shape. So I can understand the transformation that you're about to go through. So as we get started with some suggestions that can make your exercise more playful, I want to give you some things that I've really developed the last couple of years. I would say, I'm 51 years old, probably the first 45, 48 years, I'm just working out, getting in shape, taking my body to the limit and seeing what it can do. But I would say the last 3 to 5 years, especially the last 2 years, I've been working on fitness and looking at it more as an opportunity to meditate. And so some of the things he talked about to make it playful is to stay in the moment. When you're working out with a trainer or when you're in front of an exercise class, the reason why it's a little bit easier than when you're on your own is that you're in the moment listening to instruction. You're paying attention. You're allowing yourself to be led. And as you pay attention and allow yourself to be led, you're not thinking about your workout. You remember what he said as far as if I start thinking about my workout or I don't want to feel pain or I don't want to do this workout, I'm going to be thinking just about that opportunity or what's happening. You want to think about other things. You want to think about the moment. And so here are some little things that you can do to bring you in the moment. The most important thing that you can do is breathe. Breathing is essential. We can go without food for like a month. We can go without water for a day or so, but we can't really go that long without breathing. As you go on your workout, I would suggest starting with walking. Start with just a 30-minute walk, and then try to take that up to a 2-mile walk. And just allow yourself to just go at a nice pace. But as you're walking, you're constantly breathing. You're thinking about your breathing. You're trying to have your body breathe in the most oxygen it can while staying relaxed. Having your body stay relaxed and getting oxygen are directly related. The more you're relaxed your body is, the more oxygen you can breathe in. And the more oxygen that you can breathe in, the farther your body can go, and it can tolerate pain a lot easier, and it will have a higher tolerance for pain. So oxygen is the key. Here's a technique that I use to really focus on breathing. Now, first thing here, we're going to actually work on your sphincter muscle. If you're not aware of that terminology, it's your anus muscle. It's what helps you hold yourself instead of going to the bathroom. That muscle right there. I want you to right now just hold it tight for 5 seconds. So I want you to get an idea what that feels like. Because we're going to do an exercise where it's kind of like called Kango exercises, but I apply it to the initial step of my workout. So right now, you're going to hold it for 30 seconds. And you're just going to hold it consistently. And while you're holding it, you're going to be breathing. You're breathing in through your nose. You really want to breathe in through your nose, and you want to breathe out through your mouth. You want to get comfortable with that rhythm. Now, the slower that you can breathe in the air and the slower that you can breathe out, the more oxygen you're actually getting the cycle within your body. But you want to be comfortable because it's sometimes your heart rate is going a little bit faster than your breathing rate. So you want to kind of get a balance between your heart rate and your breathing rate. But over time, you want to develop more time breathing in air and breathing out air. Okay, so we should be getting down to the last minute of the sphincter muscle. And you're still holding it now. And as you're about to let go, I want you to concentrate on what it feels like, the relaxation you feel like. So right now, let it go and feel the relaxation in that area. That's the relaxation that you want to have yourself feeling with as you go onto your walk. And you want to remember that feeling. You want to remember that sensation. Because it's the key to being relaxed in that area that allows you to breathe in. So the next step that we're going to do now is we're going to breathe in through our nose, but we want to imagine that there's a tube that goes through our nose all the way down to our sphincter muscle. And it's a big tube. Let's imagine that tube have a 1-inch radius. Now, as you're relaxed, the tube is wide and it's at full capacity, and it lets the maximum amount of air into its tube, which allows it to go into your nose and to your body. But when you're tense, the tube kind of crunches up to maybe 1/8 of an inch at the worst when you're really tense. So the goal here is to create your body where the tube is wide open at 1 inch and it's allowing maximum air. And so that's what I want you to imagine. Now we're about to go to the sphincter again. We're going to do this 3 times. This is set number 2. And we're going to hold it in for 30 seconds starting now. And again, we're breathing. We're breathing. You're getting a little rhythm. Again, breathe in your nose, breathe out your mouth. Slower the better. You really just want to focus and feel the breath. Feel the breath. So now this time, we got about another 15 seconds as you're holding. This time, when you let go, I want you to feel that wonderful relaxing sensation. And now I want you to imagine that you're breathing in from your nose and that the tube is wide open and it's taking in the maximum amount of air. And you're feeling that sensation. You will feel that energy rush. Okay, so about the last 5 seconds here. And you can let go. Feel the sensation. And breathe in. Now that's the way breathing should feel. That's the way we want it to start feeling, especially when we're stressed. You know, the irony here is that when we get stressed or when we get tense, we actually take in less air. And that's a time where we need to take in the most air. So also in your work life or in your home life, When you start feeling that tension, when you start feeling that stress, when you start feeling, that circuitry out of whack and that type of feeling, take the time and take a couple of deep breaths. Slow yourself down. Take 3 deep breaths. And again, let's imagine that tube is completely relaxed now and that you're generating maximum amount of air. We want to start focusing on that when we feel tense, and because we're going to feel a little tense in our fitness, but over time you're going to start feeling more and more relaxed, because that's the area that you want to focus on. That's what we want you to concentrate on, the now. So you're not thinking about, oh, I'm in fatigue or I'm in discomfort or how many more miles I got. No, you're focusing on the breathing, which is the most important aspect about being human, is breathing. That's what our bodies needs consistently. All right, so now we're going to do the sphincter exercise, sphincter muscle one more time. Take a deep breath and now hold it. And now this time, I want you to try to hold it tighter at certain times. And as you hold it tighter at certain times, I want you to think about negative things that may have happened throughout the day or this week. Just get a little flash. And just as you get a little flash, just kind of push them out. Let them go. Yeah, try to just feel it for a second and just let it go. Because you're getting a little fatigued by holding it and holding it tight. So you're just letting go of emotions. You're letting some of that negative energy go. Giving it permission to say bye-bye. Yeah, that's it. Try to hold it even tighter sometimes. Keep breathing. Don't tense up on the breathing. Now we're about the last 5 or 10 seconds here. And again, when we let go this time, we're going to feel that wonderful sensation, and we're going to take the best breath. I call it the perfect breath. You can take the perfect breath at any time. So we let go. Now that's a good breath. It's the perfect breath. You can rejuvenate, and it gives your body instant energy if you can create that sensation while you're breathing. So now you should be getting started on your walk. And now you should have a rhythm of the way you're breathing. Hey, if you want to take some music with you, I love music. It's another device that allows you to get into the moment. I love to get into the beat. I love that to take me to another level. But this method of just focusing on your breathing and just relaxing, thinking about how relaxed your body needs to be while you're walking. If you feel tension anywhere, just feel it and let it go. Give your body the permission to let it go. And just focus on the breathing. As you focus on the breathing, you're not really worrying about walking or exercising or how long or how many miles are left and all those other things that usually go on when we're resisting our workout. You want to be fully present to your workout. Fully present, fully into your breathing, and allow your breathing to take you to that zone, to that magic, to that moment. Because there is a miracle in every moment. So once again, I just wanted to help you in your journey, and I realized that by sharing my experience with you, it actually helps me as I think about getting back into the zone in other areas of my life. Because that's basically what he was talking about, the playful area. It's really getting into that moment and being, dedicated to that moment. I look forward to talking to you later on this week. Have a wonderful week. Bye-bye.